Hi guys, it's me, Xcrancer here. In today's video, we're going to be doing some more on our City Skylines series. So between the parts, we have been focusing on this park here. We should actually get some use from the people. So it's got a few kiosks here, and it's a pretty good looking area. So in this part, I thought we'd be focusing on upgrading our industrial zone this time, to make it a bit bigger. And then we can prepare to get the officers around here as well. And also when we'll be hitting the upgrade for the traffic, and then we'll be getting the transportation in the city. We get that milestone at the 2,600 population. So we're just building out these roads here to upgrade the industrial. And then we'll be zoning these areas. And we'll be doing the districts and stuff. That's right around here. So there we have our industrial zone. It could do a small bit of upgrade down here to 640. Look at that. And then do it bigger. So now we have to wait for this area to get to the upgrades in area. So we have a population of 2,551. So we're not far away from our goal of the 2,600 for the next milestone in the city. So we'll be hitting the next milestone pretty soon, I would have thought. So we're trying to light up there. So we can add some industry, and we have got the 2,600, and now we are able to have transportation into the city, and that to make travelling between the industrial and the city a lot easier. Now we have the transportation. So in the city they are now having a lack of workers, or a lack of educated workers in the city. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to add a bus terminus into the city. So we're going to pause the time there. We're going to get the small one-way roads, and we're going to come down here, building out by about 600 on each side down here. That should be the inroads into this small terminus, and they should be the outroads. And then we'll have to try and connect the pass back up again in a minute. So we're gonna get that one down there. So these are now one-way roads, which are only just going to serve the buses in the bus depot. And that one should be a two-way road. Which connects the two areas where the buses come in and go out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to delete that bit of path, because it's not going to be needed anymore. So we're going to go and get the paths, and we're going to connect it up there temporarily, like that. And then one day it's going to come down like there. So now we're going to add into our 2 bus depots on each side and a bus station. So we're going to add the depots up here. And we can't quite afford the bus depot just yet. And now we've just got a bit of a problem here. We've just got to change the direction of the road, which is a bit unfortunate, because and now we're just adding random stops. We don't need to add the direction, change the direction of the road. So we'll change the direction of the road there. So we're going to add into our first bus route, which we are hopefully trying to get towards the, going down towards the industry area. And that'll be stopping there. So we're going to go and do a few stops in the city first to pick up passengers. The first stop's going to go there. Second stop for there, I'm going to add a next stop out here on that one-way road, and then we're going to add a 1 stop around here. So we'll add the next stop there. And then we're going to add a stop up here, and then we're going to have the final stop on this route there, and then we're going to get it back into the city. And yeah, we're just going to connect it back up here. So that was our first bus route that we had put into our city. So we're going to do a second bus route, which goes through the main part of the city, which will stop at some of the same stops as the original route, but not all the same stops. So we're going to go up here. Put it there. I'm going to stop at that one. We're going to bring it to the other side of the city to connect these citizens up with the other part of the city, so that the services flow through and they can get to the industry and to their work on time quite easily. So we're going to bring it down here. And then now we're going to be connecting it to the stop. So if we want to, we can expand into this area here, and we'll be able to get to other parts of the city when we decide to upgrade into those parts of the city. So now we're going to add in the taxi depot, which will go there. Or we'll just leave the taxi depot for later. So what we're going to do now is we're going to connect the paths up, and that'll make it more easier for the citizens to walk around the city, and so they don't have to walk along the roads to get to everywhere they want to go to. So when we do need to put a bit of road in there, we will have to take out the road, take out the path, which is a bit unfortunate. We don't want to do that all the time. We want to keep this path going around the city as much as possible, because it helps the flow of the residents as well. So we can get from one part of the city to the next. So now that connects up the 2 parks in the city. So in the future, when we do get the train, we will be adding it about there, in between the two bus depots. And so now we're gonna put some commercial into there, because there's a demand for the commercial now. Soon we'll be crossing into the high density residents, and then we'll be able to put high density into the city, and that'll hopefully boost the residents in the city. So the traffic through this area is flowing nicely, but I prefer it to be instead of going to the dirt road, I prefer it to come onto a normal road. Well, these things happen from time to time, can't always choose. So now we have a backlog of the buses going around these routes, and we have a traffic jam on the one-way roads. The green buses are stopping the dark green buses. So I think I'm going to upgrade these into a two-way, one-way. So there already are the two-lane one-way roads, and they can't be upgraded anymore for the time being. So these here have stoned in, and that is looking alright. The city has grown a bit, and now we have the population of 2,829, so we are nearly at 3,000 population, and I think we'd be needing to add a bit more pipe into the city to stop the residents from complaining about the lack of water in our city. So we are gaining on 69 residents in the city per day, and we are nearly at 3,000. We've got 2,913 residents so far, so we are quickly climbing up, and we do have the slightest demand for a bit of residential. So we're going to see how many people are using the bus routes in the city. So we have 24 per week using the bus. So that's quite good, because we only had it in a couple of minutes ago. So we now have 43, so when we get the other transportation into the city, it'll hopefully boost our income into the city. There's a few people using the park. So now we have the 3,000. And we have a few abandoned commercial buildings up here, because they haven't got enough educated workers in the city. And there's a few buildings for the education, but not a lot. And down here, they are complaining of the water, which is fair enough, because I did forget to add them the water in. And we'll go down there like that. And the sewage situation is flowing into the main sea at the moment. So we have a huge demand for the commercial buildings, which we'll be adding into this area down here, the one-way roads. And they should be developing, and now we have a slight demand for the residential, but we already have some residential for the people of the city to build into. And so quickly now we're going to start putting in our first district of the city. And this one is called Autumn Hills. And if you have any suggestions for names of the districts, I'd like you to put them down in the comments down below. So we're going to district this area up here, the industrial. And that one is Chester Park. So that's a nice little zone there. And that one is not meant to be there. So I'm going to erase this bit of district. And I'm going to need another district. So we can always add more to the district and then take a bit off if we need to. So we're just going to add a slight bit more to the district here. There's a nice district here. So that was the Autumn Hills, the first district in our new city. And this is still part of what? No, that's a new district, a tiny district called Bedford Park, which we are going to get rid of. No. That's how we're going to get that column. We're going to add it to the district. And these buildings have been added back into the district of Autumn Hills. So, before I forget, I'm going to quickly add the... I'll just change the direction accidentally. Change direction. That did it. I'm quickly just going to go get a straight out. Go by. I'm just going to go get the two-way road out. And go down by 400 on both sides. And then now we're just going to have to add the road but path back in as because we could. And we'll do the same here. The same on the other side. So we've added the road back into the other path. Back in. So in the next part we're going to be adding in some more of the residential for the residents. And our population in the city is 3,600, and that is slightly growing. So quickly now we're just going to add a small bit of residential to supply the demand that we are having for the residential. And yes, that will mean we'll have to remove the paths which we've added in. We just add that one in down there. And we'll just add the low density residents in here. And that'll start developing for the next part. So guys, if you did like that episode of the City Skylines series, do like, subscribe and share. I've been Xcaranza. Goodbye.